Hey manifestors, Meera Allen here with your Manifesting Destiny moon update. So we are coming to a full moon in Taurus, that beautiful earth sign that is ruled by Venus. And I'm going to get into these times. So let's have a look. LA, it's November the 15th at 1:28 in the afternoon. New York is at 4:28 in the afternoon on the 15th. London is at 9:28 on the 15th. And Sydney, Australia on the 16th of November at 8:28 in the morning. And for Queensland, so Brisbane, Australia, will be the 16th of November at 7:28 in the morning of the 16th. So wherever you are on this earth, this full moon, I've really been feeling it the last few days, not sleeping much at all, not sleeping long enough. So if you notice, this particular full moon has it's building up and it's increasing and occurring at this time where so many energies across the world have been amplified. We're in a pretty powerful season. So as you probably saw from my last video, which was new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio has that intensity that comes along when it's a new moon in Scorpio. It's going to the depth of who we are collectively, as well as in our inner personal, most private place. So that depth of who we are and having that new seed, new intention, new start. Also in this time period, we've had that gateway day of the 11/11, which was also a collective consciousness time where collectively people around the world meditate at that time and use that 11/11 of the numerology to create an opening of a portal of something new. We've seen the elections in the US and talk about something new coming in. What a huge dynamic shift into something new. And people are calling for this. And this is external. It's being reflected in the external world, but it's also being reflected in the internal world. So in this crazy fortnight of a period, and we're leading up to this full moon in Taurus, it's going to be 24 degrees in Taurus, but also the planet Uranus is 25 degrees in the sky. So basically, the moon and the planet Uranus are only 1 degree apart in the same constellation in the sky of the bull. What does that mean for you? Uranus is the planet of change. Uranus is looked at as a very electrical, kind of energetic, letting go planet. I always make that joke about Uranus. Anyway, I do stupid jokes. Anyway, but it's true, because what does Uranus do? It's letting go. It's clearing out the past. So when you've got the planet of change and of letting go and an electrical disruptor, 1 degree apart from where in the same constellation of Taurus, apart from that full moon in Taurus, and the sun is in Scorpio. So the sun bringing that intensity through the Scorpio of the deepest waters, the deepest subconscious parts of us, the deepest, darkest secrets. And then you've got the sun in that Taurian, which is earthy, grounded, ruled by Venus, really determined, looking at the way we see land, luxury, wealth, opulence. You think of the symbol of Wall Street, I always talk about that, is the bull, where currencies can be looked at, finances can be looked at, where things about how we look at our land, our agriculture, and where our produce comes from. You know, these are all our food, our relationship with food, these really nourishing things as well starts to come up. What is in our diet, we start to look at how that can change. So that's all this Taurian energy coupled with this conjunct of Uranus being really close to that 1 degree apart from this full moon in Taurus. So you've got this disruption happening, and then you've got the sun in the deepest, darkest secret of Scorpio, in our deepest, darkest waters, our intuitive self, our true inner beliefs, all coming together, culminating on this 15th or the 16th of November, wherever you are on the planet. I really, really invite you to have a look at your inner self. What do you really need to nourish your inner self? And that goes in your meditation, in your intention, in your food. Because you think about the bull harvesting that food, you know, plowing fields. What do you consume? What do you consume with your eyes? What do you consume with your ears? What do you consume as you eat and nourish in your mouth? also that part of Scorpio, it's being illuminated right now with that full moon in Taurus. It's going to be like, well, look at the, all the P. Diddy stuff that's coming out and all these, sex trafficking and all that stuff that's coming to light. So all these deep, dark secrets are all being shone and illuminated some light. Astrologers have been saying that, for 2024, it is going to be the year of absolute truth. And here it is. All these things are coming to the light. People are seeing that Hollywood is Holly weird. And people are seeing that the media has been controlled and things are not as they seem. And people are starting to dig a little bit deeper. And the first place to start is when we dig a little bit deeper within ourselves. We know our boundaries. We know our likes, our dislikes. We know our standards. We know our moral values. We know our practice. We know deeply ourselves. And if there needs to be an alignment shift, this particular full moon will help you in such a Taurian way, like a determined bull that knows its goal, that is going for what it needs to do. So you get to actually use what you felt like on the 11th of November, what you set as that intention, what you set as that gateway. Have a look in your diary or and see where you were on the 11th of November. See where you were on the new moon as well. This was almost a fortnight ago. What has happened for you in this past 13 days? What have you noticed patterns of the past that have come up? Where have you been challenged? And where can you actually redirect yourself and behave in that new paradigm, in that new shift of who you really are? I've definitely been challenged on a lot of my boundaries, and that's been happening constantly since that new moon in Scorpio. And what's been beautiful is through all these tests, I've been really, really meeting that and seeing that and knowing what doesn't align with my values. Don't put your energy and your time there. Instead, put your energy and time with the things that you really want to flourish, the things that you really want to put your efforts, your energy, your emotion, that energy in motion. Where do you want to put that? Because where you will put that, you will now be rewarded for that. Watch what 2025 will bring for you if you start to already set this tone clearly. Clear out the past, release, forgive, let go. I mean, all full moons are really good for shining light on things and letting go and moving forward. It's a beautiful thing. And notice what washes away from you, how it makes you lighter, and how you can travel closer to the alignment of those goals and those dreams and those aspirations and that lifestyle that you actually want to live, and see yourself actually having the fruits of your labors being rewarded for you to harvest. So it is a potent time, and we know that's been since that new moon in Scorpio. Really has been a potent time, and I hope you guys have been grounded even through the states, through the elections, and knowing that we are the ones that govern a positive shift on this earth. We are the ones individually that connect to that divine. We are the ones that connect to our bodies and know what we want to eat. I've recently just spent quite a bit of money actually putting together this ice cream, a vegan ice cream that you make out of chickpeas and almond butter and dates and plant-based milks, and you blend it all in and you put it in the freezer. And I was really and vanilla bean. I was really determined to get all organic ingredients and make this almond butter delicious creamy vanilla bean ice cream type thing that you put in the freezer. And I felt very Taurian about it, very determined, and really being aware of what food I put in and enjoying that food and nourishing myself with those foods, like loving it. Even I had pumpkin pizza the other day and just really enjoying the pumpkin pizza. So whether it's something that's healthy or unhealthy, but it's our perception, it's our mindset, it's us in this new paradigm shift that can shape the frequency of this earth, which is also our bodies, which is made up of those 5 elements: our earth, our water, our fire, and our core, and also the air that we breathe, and also the ether, the spiritual connection, and our subconscious. So we are our own little earth. We are our own little world in our own bodies. And so starting to notice this particular full moon, how do you nourish and love this body? How do you also feel about, because remember the bull of Wall Street, your finances? How do you put your joy, your love, your purpose, your action of what you do for your work, which is beyond your work. It becomes your life purpose and passion. You know, I do these videos. I'm not monetized or anything like that. I do these videos because in my heart, I get clarity every time I watch these videos back as a consumer. I watch my own video back. I don't know if anyone knows this. And I listen to the advice that I'm getting through in that moment, and I take notes and I do it myself. And then I write down what steps I need to do that day to start getting earthy and planned. And especially this particular full moon. So I'm curious to watch myself back after this, because sometimes I don't really know what's coming through and I just channel whatever it is meant to come through. I do write notes. I scribble all across pages of Yasmin Boland's Moonology book. So I do, you know, I wrote, you know, make sure I talk about the 1 degree and the conjunct with Uranus and that, you know, and I also want to also question, I wrote question, you know, what brings you real stability in your life, and what does that word stability mean for you in terms of the bull, that groundedness? What brings you your money, your wealth, your purpose? I'm now reading all my notes. What gives you that determination in passion in your purpose as well? Notice what is being illuminated. How do you let go of the past, and how do you shift forward? How do you see new paradigms of even exchange of money, currency, exchange of, I've been also into gold lately and looking at the exchange of gold and the value of gold, you know, it's shooting up. And so having a look at, you know, even all your digital currencies and how the world doesn't need to be one big central digital, you know, currency. Instead, it can be decentralized. So having a look at how you exchange in your local community, you know, supporting your local food growers and knowing your land around you, communicating with the land and the earth and the waters around you, like knowing, you know, where your earthing is from your feet. So these are all things to look at. Wow, I feel like I just went for it. This energy has been quite strong for me personally because I've got a rising Taurus, so I really do feel Taurus. And those people that have a lot of Taurus in your chart or Scorpio in your chart, you're going to be really feeling this particular full moon in Taurus. So harness this energy, use it. And if you don't have big deep sleeps, that's okay. You can just make use of the energy and put your intention, meditation and imagination to work instead of going to sleep. Anyway, hope this all made sense for you. There was a lot that just came through. I can't wait to actually watch it back for myself. Have the most beautiful, beautiful full moon in Taurus. Namaste. Oh yeah, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and you have to actually click the bell button thing, otherwise you don't actually get the notifications. So I've just been told that by a friend recently. So they're like, I only get your moon updates sometimes. So yeah, please do the bell thing. I really only post on a new moon and a full moon, so fortnightly. And yeah, have the best new moon.